Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Apa khabar semua? Okay, please comment if you can see me. Okay, how was the audio? Is it good? Alhamdulillah. Okay, we have a few students. Okay, please ajak kawan-kawan masuk. Okay, our class will start soon. Okay, how is the audio? Is it good? I forgot to bring my earphone, so I really hope that it's working well. Alhamdulillah, Amri. Okay, thank you Alifa Aliana. Thank you Aziza. Okay, lagi Lukman. Alright. Okay, panggil kawan-kawan masuk because our class will start very soon. Alhamdulillah. Okay, no fancy filter dekat belakang Class Okay, the audio is good. Okay, if there is any outsiders, I mean like it's not my students, please write a comment below. Okay, where are you from? What is your name? Okay, if you are from College Matriculation Negeri Sembilan, who is your lecturer? Yeah, okay, so that the lecturers will know that you are participating with the lecture today. Okay. Hi Nuraini Hisham. Hi Izwani. Okay, please comment dekat bawah. I really need your response because this is not Google Meet, this is not Zoom where I can listen to your feedback straight away. Yeah, so please comment. If I ask any question that need your response, please comment at the down at the live YouTube. Yeah. Okay. All right. Without wasting our time, let's get started. Okay. So today we are going to continue our lesson, which is still in the same topic, limit, because for DM025, we are allocated 12 hours to finish this topic. 12 hours, it's quite a long time, yeah? So it's 12 hours meaning if 1 hour for one day, DM025, your class is every day. So it means that within 12 days, yeah? Okay, all right. So, on the screen now, boleh tengok tak? Oh, tak boleh tengok lagi. Okay, can you look at my screen now? Okay, very good. Okay, so as mentioned earlier, this is still topic limits. Okay, there's no continuity here. So I should write this down, cancel out, yeah. On the notes here, there's no continuity, yeah. Only limits. Okay. So in previous lesson, you have learned what does it mean by limits. Limits is not equals to fx. It is basically approaching a values. Okay, approaching a values. But this time we will look further. We will look further where we are going to look at the x approaching a from the right hand side. Okay, x approaching a from the right hand side. Ini. So limit x approaching a from the right hand side denoted as x approaching a plus. Okay, while limit x approaching a from the left hand side, it's written denoted as a to the power of negative tu, ada subscript negative kat situ. Okay, what does it mean by this? Meaning that, okay, if you have, okay, let me take pen. It means that, okay, okay, it means that if you have a values here a, so let's say the function is gradient negative, and then you want to look at a from the right. A from the right is a value somewhere here. For example, A ni 9. For example, I'm taking A ni 9. So meaning that A from the right is equals to a 9 from the right, it's equals to 9.1, 9.025, 9.05, yeah. While A ataupun as I mentioned just now, if let's say we are taking 9 values, 9 from the right, 9 from the left means 8.9, yeah. Okay, let me change the thickness of the pen. Okay, so 8.9, 8.99, yeah. Okay. Okay, dah nipis dah. Okay, it's okay. Alright. Okay, this part E we will cover tomorrow, yeah. Now for today we only will be looking at one-sided limit. So bear in mind from now onwards, especially today, we are looking at x approaching a values from the right hand side and x approaching A from the left hand side. Okay. Okay, let's look at one-sided limit. Okay. Okay, as this graph, for example, this graph, the function is x cubed minus 8. Okay, x cubed minus 8 and then x square over x square minus 4. Okay, if we look at the limit x approaching 2 here from the left. So from the left is here, something closer to 2, sorry. For example, 1.99. Okay, so the values we give us approaching 3, approaching 3. And if x approaching 2 from the right hand side is approaching 3 as well. This is the y values. This is the x values. Okay. Therefore, the limit in graph is two-sided. It has two-sided limit, which is x approaching 2 from the left and x approaching 2 from the right. But then, look at, meanwhile, at graph B, graph B, it has only one-sided, and there's no graph on the left-hand side. Okay. Okay, whereas limit x approaching 0, so this is 0, from the right is equals to 2.718, but limit, when x approaching 0 from the left, we call that it is not exists. Okay, understand or not? Okay, please comment. What does it mean by limit x approaching A from the right and limit x approaching A from the left? What does it mean by limit x approaching 0 from the right and limit x approaching 0 from the left? Are you clear about it? Yes. Okay, if it does not exist, we won't have graph here. Okay, so we can say that limit in graph B is one-sided. This one two-sided. This one one-sided. Okay? Can either be. Okay, so one-sided, it doesn't have to be right hand limit. It can be left hand limit as well, or salah satu. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, right hand limit we write it as x approaching A plus. Okay, this is what we call approaching A from the right, while limit x approaching A to the left, it's denoted as x approaching A negative ni. Okay. Okay, so be alert with these values, yeah. Okay, let's look at example 1. Okay, example 1, limit x approaching 1, x minus 1. Okay, the question 1, limit x, how its behavior when limit x approaching 1 from the right, and how does the function behavior when it is 1 from the left. Okay, what we can see here, since the domain, before we are able to do this graph, apa yang you buat? Ini I dah tunjuk. Kalau lah dia tak tunjuk, apa you buat? You buat x minus 1 is greater than 0, so x is greater than 1. So you know that the graph will looks like 1 to the right, something like. So this graph, yeah. So you only have the domain can appear on the right hand side only. Therefore, we only have limit x approaching 1 to the right sahaja yang exist, while limit x approaching 1 from the left won't exist lah. So it depends on the function. If the function is x minus 1, we write down x minus 1 lah. Okay, this one exists at where? When it is exists, you state the values. So when it is 1, when x is approaching 1 to the right, the y values is approaching 0. While 1 from the left, is there any graph of 1 from the left? No, okay, there's no graph 1 from the left, therefore it does not exist. Okay, clear or not? Okay, can I proceed? Let me have a look at the comment. Okay, mari cikgu. Okay, boleh ke? Yes, Luqman boleh, Aina Afisha boleh, semua boleh, Amri, okay. Alright, so okay, if you understand, I will proceed. Okay, I will proceed. Okay, currently live now, we have 44 participants, yeah? Okay. Okay, we continue. Okay, jangan cakap boleh-boleh saja, tulis the summary. What am I teaching you today? Short notes ya. Tulis dekat komen entire screen. Alright. Okay. So the domain for this function is x is greater and equals 1. Okay, so it's written there. Limit x approaching 1 to the right is equals to 0. Ini yang macam cikgu tulis tadi. Okay, sekejap saya besarkan lagi. Okay, besarkan lagi supaya you all lebih nampak. Okay tak? Alright. And if the question asking, of course lah, x approaching 1 to the left ni memang tak wujud lah, does not exist. Since there's no graph here. We have already checked the domain, x must be greater than 1. But then if the question asks x approaching 1 itself, so you just substitute, plug in 1 minus 1 is equals to 0. Okay, so can we proceed to the next question? Okay, come. Let's look at the next question. Okay. Okay, wait for a while. I am waiting for my question to be appear. Okay, this is extra one-sided question that I have sent to you earlier. Okay, so we will go through all of this question, one by one. Okay. Okay, if the question on your screen is not clear, maybe you can note down, Okay. Alright, question 1. Okay, given that this is linear function, Okay, linear function 3 plus x. How are you going to solve this? Okay, you dah tengok this is linear function. Linear function, there's no restriction, right? There's no restriction, so there must be a values there. So you just substitute. If there is no restriction, you straight away substitute. Okay, so what you are going to do now is straight away substitute. Okay, A. Sekejap. Okay. So limit x approaching to the right, 3 plus x. So you straight away substitute 2. So it's equals to 5. How about if limit x approaching 2 to the left? Okay, so this one also straight away substitute. Okay, so 3 plus 2, 5 because there's no restriction. Tak ada restriction, tak ada masalah. So straight away. How about limit x approaching negative 2? This time x approaching negative 2, ya. Negative 2, the function is 3 plus x. So the values will be 3 plus minus 2. Jangan confuse. Ini adalah masih lagi minus 2, ya. So 3 minus 2 is equals to negative 1. And D, limit x approaching negative 2 from the left. So 3 plus x. So sama juga. Okay, this is negative 1. I kemaskan sikit. Okay, so this is basically 3 plus negative 2. Okay, so please take note how did I write this solution correctly. Once you already substitute negative 2, there's no more limit at the front. Okay, so 3 minus 2 is equals to, ni kenapa negatif? Sorry, positive 1. Positive 1, ya. Okay, so for a linear equation, there's no problem with that. Okay, you straight away substitute. Okay, alright, so we continue with question 2, quadratic. Quadratic also, quadratic pun kalau you lukis, there's no restriction as well. Semua there, the domain is from negative infinity up to infinity. Okay, so you can straight away substitute. So A, limit x approaching 2 from the right. So 3x squared minus 2. So basically, okay, naik atas sedikit. Yes, okay. So 3, 2 square minus 2. So 4 times 3, 12. 12 minus 2, 10. Okay. And B, limit x approaching 2 to the left. 3x squared minus 2. So same here. So you straight away substitute. 10. Okay, how about C? Okay, now we are solving C. Limit x approaching negative 2 from the right. 3x squared minus 2. So 3 negative 2 square minus 2. So 3 times 4, 12. 12 minus 2, 10. And lastly, D, limit x approaching negative 2 from the left. So 3x square minus 2 is equals to 3 negative 2 square minus 2. So same here, will give you 10. So for linear, for quadratic, there's no restriction. You straight away substitute regardless it is from the left hand side or to the right hand side. Okay, alright. Okay, let's look further on the next question. Rational function. Okay, wait until my screen appear. Okay, tunggu sekejap, cikgu punya soalan keluar. Okay, there you go. Okay, now we have question 3, rational function. If given that x squared minus 1 over x plus 1, find each of the following one-sided limit. Okay, alright. Okay, look at this question closer. Look at this question carefully. How I am going to solve this problem. Okay, so cikgu pilih warna green supaya more clearer to you, ya. Okay, so this is one from the left, ya. Limit x approaching 1 on the left, from the right, minus 1 x plus 1. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, we will straight away substitute. Okay, if we substitute, Okay, if we substitute, so 1 square minus 1 over 1 plus 1. So this will give us 1 minus 1, 0 over 2. So it's equals to 0. Okay, boleh? Okay, 0 over 2 is 0. But then 2 over 0, indeterminate form. Okay, kalau you tekan calculator, math error. Tapi whatever values 0 yang dekat atas, 0 over 2, 0 over 5, 0 over 99 will give us 0. Okay, next B. Okay, B, limit x approaching 1 to the left. So x square minus 1 over x plus 1. Okay, so when we straight away substitute 1 square, sama juga macam tadi, 1 minus 1 over 1 plus 1, so we give a 0 over 2 which equals to 0. Okay, so now we are looking at C. C, now it is negative 1, x approaching negative 1 to the right. Okay, C. Limit x approaching negative 1 to the right. The function again is x square minus 1 over x plus 1. Okay, we are no longer substitute 1 ya. We are now the question 1 negative 1. So negative 1 sayang. Negative 1 square minus 1 over negative 1 plus 1. So what will give you? Negative 1 square. So you get 1 minus 1 over 0. Boleh ke 0 over 0? Apa jadi? What happen if 0 over 0? This is what we call indeterminate form. Determinate form. Okay. So what you do? You have to factorize. So the solution is factorize. Okay, so let's factorize. So limit x approaching negative 1. This is basically a plus b, a minus b. So x plus 1, x minus 1 over x plus 1. Okay, anything to cancel? Of course. Okay, now limit x approaching negative 1, x minus 1 will give us negative 1, substitute negative, okay? Negative 1 will give us negative 2. So now C is negative 2. Okay? C is equals to okay, yes, negative 2. Okay, so far faham ke tidak? Okay, understand or not? Let's look at the studio now. Okay, apa yang boleh? Write down apa yang boleh. Grace, apa yang boleh? What do you learn today? What do you learn until now? How many questions have I discussed with you? Write down. How many questions that I have discussed with you? Okay, Azizah okay. Grace faham. Okay, Sarah Hanim okay. Yang kreatif siapa nama? Okay, bagus Firas. Ini yang cikgu nak ni. Okay, this is very good. If indeterminate form, you have to factorize. Yes, okay. Because when you rewatch the YouTube live, this will be appear. So bolehlah dapat something daripada Firas punya ayat ni. Kalau indeterminate form, kena factorize. Yes. Okay, Zaril. 3 question dah kita dah discuss. Yes, Azizah. Thank you. Okay, currently we have 43 participant. Okay. Ajak kawan-kawan yang lain siapa yang tak ada. Okay. And you can always rewatch this. Yeah. This is not an excuse for you to not joining the live, because it's the different feeling, yeah, when you watch live and when you rewatch again. Yeah. Okay. So I will continue. Okay, so now we are going to solve question D. Okay, D. So same as C, it just that x is approaching -1 from the left. Is there bring any difference? Okay, so again you are going to substitute -1, so -1, -1, negative. Okay, when you substitute -1 plus 1, this will give you the 0. So 0/0 is again indeterminate form. Indeterminate form. Okay, so therefore we are going to do the same as in C. Same as at C. Same as at C. Okay, so it will give your answer equals to -2. Okay, I'll let you to give it a try. Alright, next question 4. Okay, so we have a look at the linear function, quadratic function, and just now a rational function. Okay, two-sided from the left and from the right hand side. Okay, so now we are looking at question 4, surd function. Okay. Okay, so when you solve this surd function, tengok sekarang soalan sudah ada restriction. Sudah ada restriction meaning that apa? If just now straight line, the domain is all real values. The domain is from -infinity up to infinity. Bila quadratic pun, the domain is everywhere. Even cubic pun is everywhere. And then the rational function, it depends on what values at the bottom here. Okay, asalkan x itu cannot be 0. Okay, but then now surd function. So we know that the domain x minus 2 is greater and equal 0. Why greater and equal? Because 0 itself can. Square root 0 boleh Square root 0 can. Therefore, x is greater and equals 2. 2 minus 2 will give you 0. Surd 0 boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay, but then if smaller than 2, let's say -1, -1 minus 2, so you get -3. Surd -3 cannot, there's no exist. Not exist. Okay, meaning that this graph is basically at 2. Okay. Okay, so this graph is okay, so this graph is, how does it look like? At 2, x is greater than 2. So the question can only ask you limit x approaching 2 from the right. Baru boleh exist. Exist apa? Exist apa, nyatakan nilai dia. But then if the question asks you limit x approaching 2 from the left, boleh cari tak? Tak boleh cari. It does not exist. So the answer will be does not exist. Ada tak dia tanya limit x approaching 2 from the left? Ini memang tak boleh. So does not exist. How about -2? Dia tanya -2. Lagilah tak boleh. So there's no graph here. There's no values here. Meaning that there's no domain. Domain must be greater than 2. So if they ask you -2, -5, -7, no, does not exist. This one also does not exist. Okay, but this one, what is the value? If 2 to the right. So I'll do limit x approaching 2 from the right. Okay, so the function is x minus 2 So 2 minus 2 is 0. Square root 0 is equals to 0. Okay, boleh ke tidak? Understand? Okay, please write down the summary, what you have learned in question 4. Perlu ke cari satu-satu? Tak perlu. First step, find the domain. Whatever does not related, where there is no domain, okay. So if there is no domain, if the question asks you limit x approaching values that not in our list for domain, so it is does not exist. Okay, please write down on your own words. Jangan tiru orang. Cikgu tengok kat komen. Okay, what's the summary for this question 4? Okay? Alright, if okay, I will continue. This is interesting question. This is an interesting question where we have absolute function. Okay, remember, bear in mind what you have learned previously in absolute function. So, the first step when you get this question, please write down the possible function it can be. So x minus 2 over x minus, okay, in order for me to write properly, I have to unhide myself. Okay, so I share the whole screen so you won't see me. Okay. Okay, so now it become clearer and bigger on your eyes, because this is really important for you. Okay, so apa yang kita boleh buat adalah we know that x minus 2 ini boleh dipecahkan. Boleh dipecahkan. Okay, boleh dipecahkan sebagai apa? X minus 2 can be written as x minus 2 or negative x minus 2. Sikit nak padam ni. Okay, and then so x minus 2 is greater and equals 0, x is greater and equals to 2. Okay, while this function is x minus 2 is less than 0. Yalah, because it is negative. So if we write down less than 0, therefore x is less than 2. Penting tak? Why this is important? Later on when the question want you to find the limit x approaching 2 from the right, so this is the function that you're going to use. If the question want limit x approaching 2 from the left, you have to use these values. Okay, so this is functioning if the question wants limit x approaching 2 to the right. And this function will be useful when they ask you limit x approaching 2 to the left, or bukan sahaja to the left tetapi juga any values that is limit x approaching yang kurang dari 2. For example, x approaching 0, or maybe limit x approaching negative 2, whatever values that less than 2, you're going to use this function. Okay, so now let's look at question A. Okay, let's look at question A. Okay, so A, limit x approaching 2 to the right. Okay, 2 to the right. 2 plus, so 2 to the right. 2 to the right nak guna function mana? Positive. X minus 2 over x minus 2 lah. Okay, now x minus 2, can we cancel out? Yes. So cancel out is not 0, Cancel out means 1. Top and bottom is equals to 1. Okay. Can I continue? Yes. Okay, for B, limit x approaching 2 to the left. So 2 to the left, 2 to the left. Which function are we going to take? 2 to the left. So 2 to the left is here. This one. So we are going to take negative. Okay, function kat atas ni mesti negative x minus 2 over x minus 2. So x minus 2 with x minus 2 cancel out will give you negative 1. Okay, clear? And C. Okay, limit x approaching negative 2. Negative 2 to the right ni. Okay. So the function will be negative 2. So negative 2 at which domain? Here, x is less than 2. Okay. Because if you draw a number line here, 2 adalah di sini, ini kosong, ini negative 2. Whatever values that is smaller than 2, you gonna use this function. Okay. So negative x minus 2 over x minus 2. So x minus 2 cancel out, we give you negative 1. And lastly, limit x approaching negative 2 to the left. Okay, negative 2 to the left ke negative 2 to the right ke, semuanya akan menggunakan function yang ini because it is smaller than 2. So straight away, negative x minus 2 over x minus 2 as stated in the question. Okay, so cancel out will give you negative 1. So all the answer will give you negative 1 except that 2 to the right because the function we are taking adalah itu x minus 2. Yang lain yang tiga-tiga ni B, C, D ni all three is using function negative x minus 2. That's why we end up with the same values, with same y. Okay, understand or not? Understand or not? Okay, any negative values for domain? Okay, negative apa? Negative set function khas untuk set function. Ya, Aziza, okay. Okay, alright. Okay, Grace ada tanya, why is the sign is less than is being used but not the sign for less than or equal to? Okay, less than. Because, okay, that one we assume, okay, we straight away assume that it is greater and equal when it is greater. Okay. Bila less than, salah satunya lah. Maksudnya kosong tu dia terletak pada salah satu saja. So usually I letak kosong itu pada positif. That is always what we do lah. Grace. Okay, Grace? Okay, and then next question. Apa yang yes? Understand. Okay. Apa yang understandnya? Understand what? Understand the modulus, the absolute function? Okay, write down. You understand the absolute function. Okay. So absolute function for limit. Okay. So now I'll continue. Okay, yes, most welcome, Grace. If you have any question, just drop a comment, yeah? I'll read it one by one. Okay, so now we're going to share screen again. Alright, oh no, there's no other question left. Tak ada. Okay, there's no other question left. Okay, so okay, maybe I'll get back to the notes here. Okay. Okay, let me find any other question for you, because it's we actually have finished all the question for today. One-sided limit in your syllabus, this is it. Okay, so it's your responsibility to give it a try. Okay, it's okay for you to give it a try. Okay, let me find any extra question. Right. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm looking for other question. Maybe you can drop a comment, ya. Okay. Boleh tanya-tanya kejap lagi cikgu baca. Okay. Comment as 2021. Okay. In your at the Telegram group, I have shared to you question which consists of students. Okay. Which consists of a few questions for you to give it a try. But then since we have finished earlier, so maybe I'll do it with you together. Okay, let's share the screen now because it's ready. Share screen. So that's one. Okay. Okay, let me share once again. Entire screen. Okay. Okay, which question you want me to do? Which question? I think it's good for us to discuss maybe another rational function which I intend to ask you to do it yourself actually. But then it's okay lah, we do it together, okay? Alright. We do it together. Okay, how do I minimize this? Baru terang. Okay. Alright, let's do this together. Okay, limit x approaching. Okay, first step. When you substitute. Okay, first step. Draw. Okay, why not I copy and I bring it here. Paste. Oh, boom. Boom, please. Okay, good. There you go. Okay, let me enter a bit so that I have more space to... It's okay lah. Okay. All right. Okay, let's try this question together. Okay, first step. Okay, so what we do is x approaching to the right. So limit, you are doing A, limit x approaching 2 to the right, x square minus 5x plus 6 over x square, Allahu Akbar, minus x minus 2. Okay, ni abaikan ni sikit Okay, so now when you substitute 2 square 4 minus 10 plus 6. So 10 minus 10 will give you 0. And then 2 square which is 4 minus 2 minus 2. So again will give you 0 over 0. Okay, that's why first attempt you must try to substitute. If you have the finite values, then that is your answer. But then when you have 0 over 0, it is indeterminate form, so you have to do something because the function is quadratic function, therefore you have to factorize. Okay, please help me to factorize this. I'm waiting for your answer. What's the factor for this function? Okay, apa function dia? Limit x approaching 2 to the right. Okay, berapa? 1x plus, okay, so x square x 6 1. So they want negative. So x plus 1, x minus 6. Another one? So another one, x square to negative 1. No, this won't give you negative. So this will give you negative, yes. So x minus 2, x plus 1. Okay, so now x plus 1 you cancel out. Okay, when you cancel out, therefore 2 minus 6 is negative 4. Okay, so that's going to be your final answer. Okay or not? Boleh tak? Okay. Alright. Okay, let me erase this a little bit. Okay, so it become neat. More neat. Okay. Same goes to B. B pun sama juga, limit x approaching 2 because the x values is still 2. It's just that it's from the left. Okay, so same here, x plus 1, x minus 6 over x minus 2, x plus 1. Okay, we cancel out. Okay, 2 minus 6, negative 4. Wait. 2 negative 6 minus 4, 2 minus 2 is 0. No. This must be wrong. Okay, tolong check my quadratic function. Please someone check my factor. Is it correct? Okay, let me look at the comment here. Factor. X minus 3, x minus 2. Okay, padan lah. Okay, x minus 3, x minus 2. Okay, thank you Grace. X minus 3, x minus 2. Okay, let me check again. X minus 3, x minus 2. Okay, tadi cikgu buat tadi x 6 1. Dia akan memberikan, negative 6x plus x negative 5. Okay, but then this will give you negative. Okay. But then we want 6. Okay. Yes. Okay, so wrong Okay, please cancel this out. Okay, copy again. Okay, we do it here. We do it once again, okay? Okay. So now question A, limit x approaching 2 to the right. Sorry because I miscalculated the factor. Okay, now it's correct. Negative 5x and then plus 6. Okay, thank you Grace. Okay, over with x minus 1, x minus 2. Betul? No. X 2, 1, negative. So this will give you negative 2, same as this. This is negative 2x and x with negative x. So x minus 2, x plus 1. Okay, now barulah logik. Okay, minta maaf ya. I'm so sorry because I'm not okay, because this is the last minute question kan. Okay, 2 minus 3. Okay, 2 minus 3 over minus sudah cancel tadi kan. Okay, I just double check betul tak. X square minus 2x plus x, yes, negative x, negative. Okay, I continue. Alright, 2 plus 1 is 3. So negative 1 over 3. Negative 1 over 3. Okay, someone please check for me. Okay, and then now B. Same here, limit x approaching 2, but this time from the left. So x minus 3, x minus 2 over x plus 1, x minus 2. Okay, this also will give you, masih lagi the values adalah 2. So 2 minus 3 is negative 1 over 2 plus 1 is 3. So negative 1 over 3. Okay. Okay, thank you Luqman. Yes. Okay, yang bawah tu x plus 1, x minus 2. Then only correct Okay. So I continue. Okay. Alright. So now we are doing, now we are doing x approaching negative. Tadi x approaching to positive. Okay, now x approaching negative. Okay, so see. Okay, see, limit x approaching negative 2 to the right. So function tadi just now what we factor x minus 3x minus 2. Okay, but before that we try to substitute negative 2 dulu. X square, therefore I write down x square, sekejap tulis sikit minus 5x plus 6 over x square minus x minus 2. Kenapa ruler ni tak nak pergi? Go away please. Okay. Alright. Okay, when you straight away substitute negative 2, okay, will give you, you check will give you 0 over 0. Negative 2 kuasa 2 4, tolak 2 so akan dapat 0 over 0. Then only you will factor again negative 2 to the right. So the factor once again is x minus 3, x minus 2 over x plus 1, x minus 2. Okay. Alright, I make it bigger. Entire screen. Ruler tak nak pergi. Okay. And now we substitute. Okay, we cancel out whatever we can cancel. So now negative 2 minus 3 over negative 2 plus 1. Okay. So this will give you negative 5 over negative 1. Okay, so which is 5. Okay. Alright. All good? Okay, all good? Alright, next, limit x approaching negative 2 to the left. Okay, x minus 3, x minus 2, x plus 1, x minus 2, means we are substituting the same value, masih lagi negative 2. Okay, so negative 2 minus 3, same here. We're gonna give you negative 5 over negative 1, which is also 5. Okay, understand or not? Can or not? Okay? Okay, I think that's it for today. I really hope that you have deeper understanding in one-sided limit. Okay, one-sided limit. Okay, please give it a try, the question that given to you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Therefore, I'll stop sharing now. Okay. Okay, boleh tak mari cikgu tengok bukan indeterminate ke? Okay, 5. Yes, dapat 5 Okay, same. 5. Okay, good. Okay, alright. Okay, 5. 5. Yes, Sophia. Tadi tu indeterminate, so we have to factor Okay. Okay. That's it for today. Bye. Assalamualaikum. Okay, thanks to you too.